Hi everybody. I know it's been a while since I posted anything and I apologize about that. Um, I'd been sick for a while and so finally feeling better. I still have a little bit of a cough, but that's okay. I got sick with the flu real bad. But anyways, the reason I'm here is for some updates. So I had my orientation, which was exciting to finally have that. That was on the 26th of January, so that was last Thursday. And my mom went ahead and went with me. It was a long day. I was so exhausted by the end of that day. I passed out when I got home after work because I had to be up by like 5 in the morning to be at orientation, because orientation, the bariatric unit for Kaiser is in Richmond, so it took me about an hour to get there, maybe a little bit more just because of traffic. Then that was 4.5 hours, and then I had to drive all the way back, drop off my mom, and then drive to work. I was already falling asleep by the time I got to work because I didn't sleep at all the night before. I slept like 3 hours. I think I was just nervous and excited and just, I don't know. So, orientation, I will say this, it's a little daunting. And I understand why they are kind of, I don't want to say negative. It's not so much that they're negative, but they're just like, you can never have alcohol again. You can never have coffee again. You can never mix your proteins and your vegetables. So like never have tacos, never have soup, never have, you have to always eat your protein separately from everything else. And so it's like, what? I think in part why they do it, I mean, this is just Kaiser's program. Again, you have to follow whatever your nutritionist say and everything. This is just what they told us that we have to do. So it was a bit like, ooh, okay. But I think in part is because people have really bad food addictions. Obviously, my relationship with food isn't a healthy one. Otherwise, I wouldn't be as big as I am right now. But I'm not as horrible, let's say, as some people who maybe binge eat. I'm not much of a binge eater. I think my issue is mostly with sweets. And I just eat unhealthily and I don't eat consistently. So, I might have 1 or 2 meals a day, which is really bad for you, bad for your metabolism. Anyway, so I have to change everything. I now started a new diet that they have us on. It's very restricted and very no snacking, and very much so, how many proteins, how many starches and vegetables and fruits and just everything, even down to your fats. So everything is very portioned out. And so last night I was meal prepping for my week just so that it's easier. What I'm not used to is really eating much of a breakfast in the morning, so that's kind of new for me. It takes me a little longer to eat my breakfast just because I'm not used to it. So I'm not usually hungry, but I can't have my coffee anymore in the morning. So that's a fun one. I've had coffee every morning since I was like 14. Yeah. Anyways, so you can have coffee as long as it's decaf, which isn't yummy. So I'm just gonna have to do without coffee for now. I think once you're past, I mean, I don't know. I see all these diets for bariatric patients and everything, so I don't quite understand. I think that eventually you can mix your foods. I think it's just, for now, you really have to be committed to the process, and this is just a way to show your commitment, because they want you to be successful, and I get that. Totally get that. Makes sense. So when we're all there at the beginning, they have us all go up to the front and get weighed. That was like, and you have everybody's like support people in the back watching as everybody lines up to get weighed, and it was just kind of like a herd of cattle. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, oh Lord. At least no one hears it or sees what you weigh, so that was at least nice. The psychiatrist came up and talked first, then the surgeon, and then the nutritionist was the one that was talking for the majority of the session that we were there. There's a lot of paperwork. We went home with a binder full of information. And my next appointment is on the 16th of February with my surgeon. So kind of excited about that and to see how that goes. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. What else? Oh, so I had the conversation with my dad and my brother finally. So it didn't happen the day that I had, oh no, it did, orientation. So when I got home from work, I went up to my room and I passed out for about an hour and a half. Then I came back down, and so after dinner, we were all sitting together, and I decided to open up and talk to them about it. They just listened until I finished talking, and then they had some questions, and but they're incredibly supportive of me, and if this is what I want to do. My dad's kind of more concerned that this is a permanent change. He doesn't like that they're cutting out a piece of my stomach and that this is not reversible. So that makes him nervous, which I understand, but he's still supportive. We talked a lot and ended up getting kind of emotional. I started crying about, just talking about, my past, and just how I know that I also have to change my mentality. So when my parents come to me and tell me, oh, you need to work out, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, it's almost like something in me just goes, no. And I want to do the opposite of what they're telling me to do. And I don't know why that, well, I do know in part why that is. But it's something that I need to change my mentality on this, because I need their support. And I can't be working against them on their support. But I think in part, and with the conversation, what happened was, what I kind of came to a conclusion and kind of like an aha moment was just growing up, the constant telling me that I need to lose weight, I need to work out, I should go on a diet. As soon as I started gaining weight, this was a constant. Even when I wasn't that big, even when I was just a little chubby and going through puberty, weight was always a constant topic for my family. And so it kind of grew to be something that I was very resentful of them for. And so instead of reacting positively anytime my mom says, let's go work out together, I kind of react negatively. In part because when I was younger, it was like, why can't you accept me as I am? Why am I not good enough as I am? Why do I need to change in order for you to accept me? Or for me to be beautiful, I need to lose weight? Or I'm beautiful for a big girl? Or I have a pretty face and I'd be so beautiful if I lost a few pounds. Why am I not beautiful now? So it was that kind of the way that they worded things that made me grow resentful. And there were a few fights and certain things that went on growing up that they don't really remember, because it wasn't a big deal to them, but it was to me, so I do. And all that stuff came up, and I got emotional and I started crying, and not out of frustration, just, I don't know, I think I was tired, and just, it's heavy stuff, and talking about things from the past. And so I just got emotional and just talking about, how I felt that I wasn't good enough. So I know that I am, and I know that they think I'm beautiful and they love me as I am, and they've told me, you don't need to change. It's just we want you to be healthy, and I get that. It comes from a good place, and it always does. But I think that's something with society, that we always feel the need that someone needs to lose weight. You always need to do something to be better, to reach your ultimate self. We're never satisfied with how we are. And it's taken me a long time to be happy with how I am right now. And part of my fear of going through this is, I've gone all this way and put in all this work to love myself as I am. And now I'm going to change, and it's going to be a whole new me, and I'm going to have to relearn how, I don't know. It's just a fear that I have, whether it makes sense or not, but it is. And like I said before, it's not a cosmetic reason for me. It's purely health. My family has the history of diabetes. And so I know staying on this course, I'm at risk for diabetes, heart disease. I've had arthritic pain, or not arthritic, but like carpal tunnel, and that can lead to arthritis and other things. And the weight just adds to that, and just feeling uncomfortable, and the breathing heavy, and just the list goes on and on and on and on. So all in all, I'm incredibly happy. I feel incredibly optimistic. I started my new diet. I'm doing the meal prep. It's not as bad as maybe I thought it would have been initially. I've done diets like this before, so it's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm just excited. I'm excited to keep going with this and see how it all turns out. I'm supposed to go to Argentina in the end of March. Now I'm not exactly sure, so I haven't purchased my ticket because I'm waiting to talk to my surgeon to see what my time frame is on everything, and if I should postpone my trip to Argentina till after my surgery, or maybe I should. I don't know. So I'm gonna talk to my surgeon on the 16th about it and figure all of that out. But yeah, so aside from that, everything is good. Life is good. I'm happy. I'm excited. I've been watching a lot of people's videos, and it just makes me so excited when you see people's process and the progress that they're making, and the ups and downs. I mean, there's downs, and I told my family, I'm like, look, I'm gonna have down moments. I'm gonna have moments where maybe I regret this decision that I've made, and I'm gonna need that support from everybody, including my friends, my family. Just everybody's support is gonna always be needed. So I'm just truly blessed to have the family that I have and have the friends that I have, because everybody has been nothing but encouraging and supportive and loving and non-judgmental. And most people go, we don't really think that you need to do this, but we understand why you would want to, but you're beautiful as is. Like, you don't need to do this. You don't need to change. And I go, again, it's not about beauty. It's about health. And if your reason, your why is beauty, then don't do it. But if it's health, if it's all the right reasons, then by all means do it. Another reason for me is I want to have kids eventually. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. And this, that makes it hard. Being overweight only makes it harder. So I'm hoping that with losing the weight, that it'll eventually make it easier for me to have kids, and I mean, it definitely will. So once you do the surgery, you can't get pregnant for 2 years, which is fine because I'm single. So not trying to have a kid right now, and I definitely don't want to have a kid soon after meeting somebody. So, but I mean, if I want to have kids, the clock is ticking. So I mean, definitely by my mid-30s, I would like to hopefully have found somebody and be having kids. So, but for now, I am focusing on myself. I am not trying to get into a new relationship right now. Dating is fine, but getting serious with somebody right now, I need to focus on myself. 100%. I give too much to a relationship. So, right now is about me. 2017 is about Anna, and that's okay. I'm going to be selfish and take care of myself and my health and just be happy and do everything that makes me happy. So, I hope you guys are having a wonderful start of your year. I hope things are happening for you guys and you're making your wishes come true. And if you're starting this journey, let me know. Comment below, thumbs up the video, subscribe if you want to see more. And let's chat a little bit. I want to hear from you guys. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying your beautiful Monday. It's a beautiful sunny Monday here. So it's been gloomy for a long time. So I'm happy to see the sun. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.